What's going on, guys? Lermer here. In this video, I'll be sharing 40 tips to help you out in the early stages of Valheim. If you don't have a bow, you can sneak to melee deer. You can only eat one piece of each type of food at a time, so carry a variety of food to stay full. Not eating will cause a reduced level of health and stamina. Trees can kill you, so be careful when chopping them down. You can trap and tame boars for endless meat and leather. Raw meat doesn't spoil, so stockpile as much as you want. When building structures, the color of each piece will indicate its strength. To build a house on stilts, place walls where the stilts would be. Build a floor on top. Set posts where each wall connects. Then remove the walls. You can stack treasure chests using temporary floor pieces. Use custom map markers for dungeons, campsites, and other areas you need to remember. You can keep track of dungeons you have cleared this way. Enemies in dungeons do not respawn. Enemies in the open world do. Make sure and mark your home on the map. If you make a new bed while on an adventure, your original bed marker will disappear. Control plus F3 hides the UI, making for great cinematic shots. Place a workbench and use a hammer to tear down old structures for lots of wood. Tearing down structures gives you back 100% of materials. Some abandoned houses contain beehives. Build a workbench and tear them down and you will get a queen bee. Build beehives for infinite honey. If you are outnumbered or overpowered by enemies, just run away. They will eventually quit chasing you. Hold shift and click to split stacks. If you are having performance issues, try turning off motion blur, depth of field, and chromatic aberration in the settings. Flint can be abundantly found along the shore. Upgrade from stone to flint tools as soon as possible. If you run out of stamina while swimming, you will die. Plan your days accordingly. If you venture away from home too late in the day, nightfall will quickly be upon you. To keep up with the time of day, watch the sun. Like real life, it rises in the east and sets in the west. Obviously, the top of your map would be north. Abandoned buildings can quickly be turned into overnight campsites while on long adventures. You can bring your characters and any items they carry to multiple servers. The white arrow at the bottom of the minimap shows wind direction. When using a hoe, left-clicking levels the ground to the area you are standing. Holding shift while left-clicking levels the ground from the center of the cursor outward. When leveling ground, you may run into small humps or dips that won't go away. Hit them with a pickaxe and then try leveling again. To unlock the pickaxe, defeat the first boss, Eichveer, by placing 2 deer trophies at his pedestal. Overcooking meat will give you coal, which can be used to craft signs, which can be a great way to stay organized. The more you do certain things, the better you will get at them. If you never jump, you will never level up jumping. Every once in a while, a horde of enemies will attack your base. When you get ready to settle down, set up your homestead near the shoreline so that you can build a boat dock. Selling the open seas and search for new lands to plunder is a big part of this game. It is much easier to make sharp turns in your raft with the sail up. Use floor pieces to reach higher places when building. Keybind the map to G so that you can access it easier while running. Your base can take damage, and structures without a roof will age to half health over time. Use the hammer to make them new again. It doesn't cost any materials to repair things in Valheim. You can also repair tools, weapons, and armor at the workbench. While terrifying, trolls can actually be killed quite easily with a bow, and their leather is much stronger than deer hide. When you die, you lose 5% of your skill levels and drop a gravestone containing all of the items you were carrying. You can then attempt to retrieve them. If you die in the process, don't worry, your belongings won't disappear. You can come back once you are better equipped and retrieve everything. This mechanic makes Valheim quite forgiving when compared to other brutal games such as Dark Souls. Just remember to mark your death spot on the map before dying again. Although you can play this game with friends, it does offer a rewarding solo experience. The creators of Valheim have stated that single-player hits like The Legend of Zelda and The Elder Scrolls Skyrim are the main influences of this game. Well, I hope these tips can help out any fellow Vikings through their early stages of Valheim. Until next time, Skol!
Skol! Skol!